can we? How you guys doing? Good, I hope. Yeah. Welcome to Phie.Love Intuitive Conversations. If you clicked on this video, I do ask if you can please hit the like button, and if you resonate with my content, please do like, share, and subscribe. It would be greatly appreciated. And yeah, if there's any negativity, keep it on your side of the street. Okay, cool. So yeah, today I've been guided to get into the topic about trying to adopt a new frame of mind when we are faced with our challenges and our problems, right? And to sort of remove ourselves from the victim aspect of our challenges and problems and move into the mind space of, or the higher perspective, let me rather say, of okay, if I am in a school, if I've spoken about this in some of my previous videos too, right? If I'm on Earth and Earth is a version of a school that is here to, or that I've come to help my soul, my being, my conscience, evolve and ascend through my learnings, through my teachings, through how I engage with the outside world, and how I handle my engagements with the outside world, and how I evolve in those things as I grow older and as I get my chance to spend the time I'm given here throughout this specific lifetime. What does that actually then say about things that I see as challenges, right? If we look at the system, we've been programmed within the system to view our challenges and our problems as things that are happening to us, things that we need to, fix and be afraid of and avoid at all costs to happen, right? But if we now took it from the perspective of our challenges being a sort of learning tool for ourselves, that makes it a little bit easier to look at them and to face them, and to try and also, add a little bit of a personal accountability aspect to the problems that we face. I hope you're still with me, right? So if the aim is for us to ascend from a third dimensional level of consciousness, and the only way we can do that is through working through our problems, killing certain cycles, releasing the things that no longer serve us, recognizing aspects within ourselves that we need to change and elevate from. And the only way we're able to do that is if we're faced with things that challenge us and challenge those issues within us, pushing us to change, making us uncomfortable, so that we recognize and choose another way when we're faced with it, right? And if we choose not to choose the other way and always sort of sway back to what is normal, comfortable, and the knee-jerk reaction to what is normal to us and what we've chosen to identify with and believe is the right way to handle a problem, regardless of how you've been told is right or wrong, or raised or groomed into it. Those are other topics that we'll get into in other videos. If you took the perspective of your challenges and your problems being lessons, and you recognize, just work with me and try and draw the lines here, okay? And you recognize that, okay, in school, I'm only faced with a certain level of content and teaching and lessons from a teacher that I am ready for, or that the system has decided that I have learned enough and I'm ready for to take these teachings and lessons and tests on, right? If you now transfer that perspective into your life and look at it from a vibrational and energetic perspective and conscience perspective, right? And that all those things, in order for you to progress in life, need to elevate the same way you elevate in school, right? In earth, school, we elevate our vibration, we elevate our conscience, we elevate our energy, and how that's only possible in earth school is through the challenges and problems that we face. So if you find yourself in a challenging problem or space, instead of maybe saying, why is this happening to me, or operating from a perspective or a vibration that says, I'm a victim here, they are doing that to me, this is happening to me, instead of it might be happening for me, because maybe just maybe I as an individual, fuck anyone else out there, but I as an individual have reached a vibration that is ready now for me to face and challenge and tackle and elevate from this problem. And if I'm conscious about it, I am then able to do different from what I have always thought was the right thing to do, or how I have always reacted or responded to a certain challenge, problem, or situation of this kind. Maybe the universe is saying, okay, this individual right now is ready to work on this challenge, is ready to raise their vibration, is ready to choose differently. However, your vibration might say that, but because the system makes us or puts us into operating from an unconscious place and consistently distracted, we don't get to view our life and our situations from that perspective, and then courageously take on the challenges and the lessons and find the strength within ourselves to choose, do, act, or perceive differently. We end up in the black hole of being the victim again and associating ourselves to all the bullshit that we would like to believe that we match to, or that we identify with on TV and whatever else it might be, right? So the universe says, okay, it's time for this individual, this person who's in school on earth to elevate and rise now. The universe isn't taking into consideration that you are unconscious about these things because you're not taught about these things. Because if you're taught about these things, once again, there's an aspect of the system that you wouldn't feed or buy into, or unconsciously just give your energy, your mind space, and your consideration and attention to, right? So let's say, for instance, you find yourself in a really bad, oppressing, abusive relationship where you're constantly drained, you're depressed, you're tired, you have a partner who somehow is just always taking from you, and you unconsciously just accept that kind of situation because of maybe how you've been trained to frame yourself within a relationship of that kind. Maybe you've been taught that I'm a woman, or this is how it is, I'm just supposed, this is my role as a woman in a relationship is to give and act and be this kind of way, regardless of whether it's slave driving, regardless of whether it's draining to you and pulling you away from your own personal, evolution and elevation. Or as a man, you find yourself in a bad relationship with someone who's constantly talking down on you, making, emasculating you, making you feel like what you do, what you give, how you give is not enough, or making you feel like you are not enough, or however it is, however these issues and challenges and problems might show up in a relationship dynamic. If you take the perspective of, I'm in a school and maybe the universe is using this person to trigger these things that make me uncomfortable so that I can learn, recognize them, choose myself, and make a different decision. What do I mean when I say that? Your elevation and your change in vibration and your rising would mean that you recognize, number one, you're not being treated right or fairly, and you're actually being forced to exist within an umbrella that was programmed into you through family, through TV, through a system, through your friends, through what was told to you is everything that a relationship and being attached to somebody should be and should come with. Recognize that it doesn't make me feel good. And then the next point of elevation is to decide, okay, well, what parts don't feel good? Am I feeling like my self-worth is going down the drain? Do I have no more energy? Am I feeling used? Am I feeling taken advantage of? Am I being made to, feel like I'm stupid or like I'm not intelligent? It shows up in different ways, right? Am I the one who's, expected to just do all the cooking all the time? Am I the one who's just expected to be happy with, having the material aspect? Someone is just filling the material side of things. And because I've been trained that someone on the outside, because as a man, needs to be a provider, and that's how he shows that he's a provider, and I'm supposed to love that, and I'm supposed to be happy if that exists in my life and I have that, then regardless of how the other aspects of me are lacking and feeling neglected, or I'm not tending to or paying attention to those aspects that also need to be seen to, I'm not getting into my space of elevation. I'm not raising my vibration. I'm not learning. Instead, I'm in a nasty loop that I've been told and programmed that I need to be happy with. When really, that person is put into your life to trigger your recognition of these things so that you can be like, you know what, that doesn't make me feel good. That doesn't make me feel worthy. I'm worth more than A, B, and C. And, that individual, if they think that as a human being in life, that's what I'm supposed to be happy with, they also have a lot of working and growing and evolving within themselves to do. And I'm going to choose better for myself. Sometimes just choosing better for yourself than what you subject yourself to, consciously or unconsciously every day, is an elevation and rise in vibration in itself, right? So when you're going through problems, think about, how is the universe bringing my task or my lesson to me this time? What perspective can I take? Am I being taught how to have more self-worth? Am I being taught patience? Am I being taught endurance? Am I being taught how to have faith? Am I being taught or needing to recognize what it means to really walk away? Am I being taught how to let go? Am I being taught self-love? Am I being made to recognize what is not good for me and what does not serve me? What is the lesson? Everything that you're fed in the 3D world is there to distract you from everything that the universe brings you to teach you and to elevate you and to help you raise your vibration. So there's a lot of things that we are being taught every single day in every situation, and with every single person that comes into our lives that they trigger within us, and that we're also, meant to recognize in someone else. And recognize things within ourselves that need to change to help us elevate, to help us rise. And I do think it's safe to say that in the state our world is in right now, a lot of us have a lot of work to do, a lot of unpacking, a lot of recognizing. And I don't mean recognizing by pointing the finger or issues out on someone else. I mean recognizing by pointing the finger to ourselves and seeing, okay, well, where can I rise for myself from this? Why am I settling and being okay with being put into this situation? Am I staying with this person because it's what I've been told, because I care too much about what the outside world thinks, because my family has said this is right and this is good? Do I know myself enough? Have I made decisions at a time that was too early? Am I in a place where I am in my life now because I didn't give myself enough time to grow and to elevate and to go through the lessons that I needed to face and go through and rise above before I made a decision to be with a person, be in a place, engage in specific things? There's a right time for everything, right down to a child being born. There is always a right time in our growth, in our relationships that start and that end. There's a right time to let go. But we'll never ever understand and know if we're constantly being distracted, or if we choose to be unconscious about it because of maybe the personal work it might engage, or the kind of personal accountability we might have to take to change a situation, and then engage in some actions of letting things go that we've gotten comfortable in and accustomed to. There's an array of things, and it's definitely a topic that I will get into from another angle again at another point, at some other time. And yeah, I mean, the higher forces are always at work around us, and nothing really that's big and of significance in our lives happens by coincidence, right? Keep that in mind. We're all here with a life plan and with an understanding of what we're going to be faced with on a soul level, with an understanding of what we're going to be faced with and why, because of what we need to learn, what we need to grow out of and evolve through. Okay? So, yeah, I'm going to pull a card today from the flower therapy deck. Okay? And again, it's by Doreen Virtue. Her decks are really nice. And it's an oracle card. And let's see what we can get out of this deck that can support our conversation, or just give a nudge of support to someone who is watching this video, right? Oh, what's happening? Why is it so hard today? to do this. Let's see. See what comes out. Nothing. There we go. Oh, look. New beginnings. And that's basically, that's the truth. Okay. Once we raise from a vibration, once we pass a lesson in our lives, once we make a change, every single change you make opens you up to a new beginning, a new perspective, a new view. And once the vibration is settled, that you've stuck to the change and committed to it, and it's become a part of your way, your perception, your conscience, you open yourself up to new beginnings, and you attract things in of a higher vibration too. The universe will never keep you in a cycle of having to go through the same lessons once you've learned the lesson. It's time then to elevate again, right? But from a better place and from a better experience. Yes. So the flower here is the Banksia. I hope I'm saying it right. And the card says, take this as an opportunity to rise from the ashes stronger and more determined. Did that not align beautifully with our conversation, right? Let's see what the book has to say, and then I'll close up the video. Cool. New beginnings. There we go. Cool. You're strong enough to move through this. Any problem, guys, you're strong enough. Please know that you're being guided and supported by your loving angels. Heaven is bringing you the energy of Banksia, a symbol for starting anew. This is your God-given chance to pick yourself up and rebuild. Times may have been tough in the past, but the worst is behind you. Everything ahead is smoother, more comforting, and safe. Okay, this card asks you to ignore the low energy, ego-based thoughts that you're done and your dreams have turned to dust. Attune your inner voice to the high vibrations of flowers, the angels of nature. Attune your inner voice to the high vibrations of flowers and the angels of nature. They'll bring you strength and courage to take the next step forward. Additional meanings to this card. Move on from a toxic relationship. What was I talking about earlier? Let go of a depressing career. Shift your focus from health concerns to health improvements. Release the past. Your future is getting better. Your finances are changing positively. I think that aligned perfectly. Like I said, Spirit and Most High always with me. So I really hope that this has helped a little bit and assisted you in taking a new perspective on your issues and your problems, and maybe helped you not take everything that is happening so personally and like it's trying to hurt you or take away from you, but actually the things that are, uncomfortable and recurring in your life are there to help you elevate and show you the light and help you move on. It's just a matter of trying to rise and detach from all the attachments and the emotions, because that's the one thing that makes it really hard to get through this human experience, is the attachments that we're programmed into, and the emotions, they make us tie into all of it, right? So yeah, guys, I hope this was good and helped, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.